Welcome back to Margaritas in Paradise. Hey, today I want to talk to you about the things Thai girls hate about foreigners. I'll tell you what, it kind of goes back to when I owned my bar and what they absolutely didn't like about foreigners in general. And I've talked to friends of mine all around here about this subject, and they agree. You know of anything girls in general in Thailand don't like about foreigners? List them in the comment section below. I'll be interested to see if I missed anything here. One of the things that most of these girls don't understand, Thailand is the land of smile. And all you have to do is glance at somebody. It doesn't even have to be a lady or a girl. It could be a guy. You just look at them and they smile. And this is a happy place. Most foreigners walk around with this big frown on their face, not trying to dump on one nationality, but Russians in general. Oh man, I don't know if they have something against smiling, but you guys need to learn to smile more, all right? So that's the number one thing, okay? Another thing is girls would talk about how cheap foreigners are. Now, don't get me wrong. There's the 2-week millionaires, 1-month millionaires that are out just spending money left and right. But there's a lot of people that will come in and they look at their bin and they're concerned over 5 baht. And they're going to draw a lot of attention to that. The Thai girls in general, they're not going to worry about that 5-10 baht. You know, a lot of these women, that's not impressive to them. So what they absolutely don't like is that foreigners are always right. I have a friend of mine does that all the time. He'll plainly tell you that he's always right. It's almost offensive to a lot of people. People that come here and complain about Thailand, they're used to this. Guys come in here and say, oh, it's not this way where they're from. Welcome to Thailand. Now speak Thai. At the very least, use your Google Translate. When you're sitting there trying to explain things to a girl at, let's say, a bar, and they're shaking their head and this, that, and the other, and they have no clue of what you're saying. They have no way of telling you other than my kojai or something like that, and they're hoping you understand that. And you're trying to talk with your hands and talk about how tall you are and what kind of fancy car you drive and how much big money you have, and don't expect them to understand the English language or the language that from wherever you're from. More and more of the girls here in Thailand are learning English or maybe Chinese or something like that as a second language. But it's not the standard yet. So, and you can't expect them to be the ones that are understanding. You need to understand. And get out Google Translate. There's lots of other translating devices out there. I keep seeing advertise these earbuds that you put in your ear and they translate whatever the girl's saying. I don't know if those work or not. Hey, if they work, let me know. I hear this one too. You know, the foreigners going into a place and yelling across the room, being generally loud. That's not the Thai way. No Thai person wants to be yelled at, and they don't want to hear you yelling because they think that you're talking over them or talking with your friends, but you yelling, it doesn't make it right. And I'll tell you another thing that goes right along with that is foreigners don't think twice about making a Thai girl feel bad. Keep offensive marks to yourself. I'll tell you another one that girls get so upset about. They just met somebody that came into the bar, and these girls, they get emotional, they get jealous, they get possessive. Regulars would come in and only certain girls would go to those guys. But what they couldn't stand is they'd go in there and they would be sitting with the girl, maybe buying a drink or something like that. Every girl that went by, they stop and kind of look at them and check them out and everything. You want to get another girl angry with you, you can't be doing that, okay? Especially if you're serious with this girl. You know, it's one thing for her to say, this is my friend, and that type, introduce you to her and want you to pay attention to her. Those girls are not really interested in you anyway. I've heard this more times than many other things. This even applies in the U.S. When I got out of the military and I was working another job, I knew right away everybody stank. They were stinky. And I couldn't get over why that was. A lot of times people smelled like urine. And here in Thailand, especially when I was in the bar, and I've talked to other friends of mine just recently when I was thinking about doing this. I said, do foreigners stink? And they're like, oh my God, it is ridiculous. They have a scent that's just horrible. A lot of them just think it's pure laziness that they don't get a shower. I probably shower a minimum of 3, maybe 4 times a day. In Thailand, these girls shower just because they get warm, they get hot, so they go up, take a shower to cool off. And so it's really common, 2, 3 times a day anyway. Most of these girls, they shower in the morning and they shower before they go to bed. And if they get hot, or if they're going to be with somebody, or if they're done with somebody, I don't know. Anyway, you kind of get the picture I'm at there. So they take a lot of showers, and they're used to people taking showers too. The last thing they want to do is be with some guy that just came running off the beach or something like that, and he hasn't taken a shower yet. And that gets to another thing. Guys that walk around without their shirts on, that are maybe showing too much skin. You're in Thailand, and that is not the norm. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're on the beach or that type of an atmosphere, that's okay. And if you're walking out in public during Songkran, where everybody's soaking wet and this, that, and the other, that's a whole different scenario. But I'm talking about walking into a bar shirtless. If you wanted to go to Bangkok Bank, for instance, and you walked in without your shirt on, security would escort you out. I get this all the time. I get this sitting in bars. At the driving range the other day, hitting golf balls. Table next to me, all these guys did the entire time I was there was whine. These guys were complaining about everything. One guy felt like he didn't clean all the golf balls. So he pulled out golf balls, this rack, that he didn't feel like were clean enough to give them back to the guys so he can bring them more clean golf balls. Those type guys need to stay in the countries that they're from. If they're so unhappy here that they find a reason to complain constantly, go home. This is a great place. And the girls don't like it either. They don't want to hear about all the bad things that are wrong with Thailand. There's another major thing. Most Thais would rather eat Thai food than anything else in the world. They don't understand why people come to Thailand. They want to take somebody out to eat, and they want to take them to a steakhouse, or they want to take them to someplace that's really not Thai food. And when they suggest, let's go eat Thai food, they're so picky about what they eat. Thai food is complicated. They expect that when you come to Thailand that you're going to want to try the different things that are in Thailand. That's another one. They can't stand that people come to Thailand, don't follow along with Thai tradition. And it may be things as simple as taking your shoes off before going into a home or a business that requires such a thing. Foreigners that think they're special and they don't abide by the rules. Let's say a wedding. A dowry has to be paid. Loss of face is a big deal in Thailand. If you make her look bad, you also may be making her parents look bad. You want to follow the tradition. Talking negatively against, let's say, the king or police or anything political. Another thing that Thai women cannot stand, when you put your friends in front of them. Let's say you have a Thai girlfriend. You're always going out with your friends and she's just sitting there at home waiting for you. Girls want to be invited. They want to be a part of your life. Thai girls cannot stand the sun. When you go down to the beach, there's a reason why there's all these beach umbrellas down there and they're all very close together. The sign of beauty here is to have really white skin. Nobody wants to be out in the sun getting a suntan. Most Thai women want to be white as possible. And then lastly, they don't appreciate when a foreigner comes in and talks constantly, non-stop talking. They don't understand that. That is not the Thai way. When you look around at foreign men versus, let's say, the Thai men, tell me if I'm wrong here, but when they're around their wives, they tend to listen more than they're talking. But they don't want to listen to a bunch of stuff that they probably don't understand anyway. Here's another one. Is Thai time real? Yes, it is. So if you make plans to do something, let's say tomorrow, and you say, meet me at 1 p.m., and you show them on your watch, more than likely they understand that. But just getting there may take an hour. So when they show up at 2 o'clock and you're angry that they're not there on time, there is Thai time here. Does that make sense? Make sure, if you haven't done so already, that you give me a big thumbs up, that you're hitting that subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it, future notifications of videos that are coming out. On Dante's, thank you so much for that tip. I appreciate it. And then, of course, Gibbsy, I hope I said that name right. But anyway, thank you for the drinks. And then P-Mags. All right, I appreciate that. Super thanks. I know you have goals, and just figure out what your goals are and go for it. And that's what I'm doing. As you can see right now, I hope you can see right now that I'm still losing weight. I had a little bit of plateau there, I think, in this video that I did, and I thank you for the support on that video. I think my last weight that I posted on there was like 125.5 or something like that. I don't know what it was, but my weight went up. It went up to 126.8 or something like that. All right. That was a stressful moment in my life because I wasn't expecting any swings like that. I just hit it that much harder. So now I'm back down, but morning I'm back down to 25.3 kilos. All right, so I'm hoping within the next week or so that I'm in the 124 range. So anyway, just more bike riding. And I am on my bicycle. I definitely appreciate guys that are sending me encouraging notes and giving me suggestions and advice. Right now, I'm really strict to this keto diet. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with the keto diet. I'm staying under 20 grams of carbs a day. And a lot of times I don't maybe only get up to 10 or something like that. And another key is that I'm drinking a lot of water. Sometimes I find myself maybe not drinking enough. And for everybody else that is out there that's struggling to lose weight or they've hit their goals and now they're struggling to keep it off, you can do it. You know, you just kind of have to look at my weight scale as a part of my life. And I cannot get out of the habit of saying, you know what, I'm not going to get on that scale every day. If I step away from the scale, it's like me saying that I don't care anymore. And I care. Right now, I've worked too hard to let myself gain weight back. So when I went up like that 2 kilos earlier this week, it just put me in shock. I was like, what did I do? So whatever I did definitely wasn't worth it. Yeah, and I still have a long ways to go. You know, I'm looking at my next goal is basically 5 kilos away. And then after that, I got another goal of like another 13 kilos. That's all I have for you. I hope everybody's doing great. Thailand, it's getting warmer every day and I'm loving the weather. We're getting ready for Songkran, you know, the big water festival. There's a lot of people that leave town because they don't like the water festival. To me, I'm loving life. I can't wait for it. I'm going to try to spend a couple days here and go around to the different festivals around Thailand and end up back here. And if you see me on the streets, yell at me. Why aren't you here? All right. Well, you have a great day. Bye-bye.